Hi, my name is Jess Fisher, and I'm a playwright living in Los Angeles, and I have a play going up in North Hollywood, not this weekend, but the following, but you can't go to opening night because it's sold out. This is a play I worked on for a couple of years. It's called Scrambled Eggs. It is about the transorbital lobotomy, aka the ice pick lobotomy. When soldiers came home from World War I, a lot of them experienced post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, or at the time they called it shell shock, and they were taking up a lot of the hospitals, and we didn't really know anything about mental health. If you learn about Freud at the time, they truly believed that the parts of the brain were literally the id, the ego, and the superego. They didn't know the biological components of what made up the brain and what made up emotion. The full frontal lobotomy was a very different procedure than the ice pick lobotomy, but the ice pick lobotomy was created out of a necessity to move people through the hospitals quicker. I think about America during this time, industrialization was increasing. There was a lot more factories, there's a lot more assembly lines, that sort of imagery. So you can imagine trying to fix people's mental illness quickly is what led to this. And it's all America, and all the themes are mwah. And yet, very interestingly, when people came home from World War I, during World War I, a lot of women took up work. They started working for the first time. When their husbands came home, they stopped working. So the role of men and women and their relationship and marriages had to shift a lot during that time. Because of that, a lot of women experienced depression and anxiety as well. So although the transorbital lobotomy was popularized due to soldiers coming home from World War I, 80% of the procedures were performed on women. And at the time, consent for medical procedures, especially for women, it was just a very different world. And also just the under the table sort of cultural idea of consent. So I've always been sort of fascinated about how people in relationships deal with each other's mental illnesses, and about how, you even see it on TikTok, how we really believe that we can fix ourselves quickly. I'm a person who struggles with anxiety and depression. I've been medicated for ADHD, OCD, etc. And I understand the need and the desire to fix yourself, especially for the sake of the relationship that you're in. So I wrote about 6 couples and Dr. Walter Freeman, and then an additional character during the 1940s. It's got a very 1940s dinner party sexism element. And there is also queerness as well. And when I first wrote the play, it honestly did not have this connotation, but as history went on, because I wrote it in 2020, as time has gone on, more and more things have happened to women and their bodily autonomy. So in the new context of what we're going through during this election cycle and the past few years with Roe v. Wade being repealed, the play has taken on a new meaning about bodily autonomy. I developed this play over Zoom in 2020, and then I did a workshop at the Broadwater in Hollywood in November 2021. And the person who played my lead, Whitney, is Kat Charles, and she is directing this production at the Sherry Theater with Firefly Theater Group. And I sat in on a rehearsal this week, and the cast is out of this world, and Kat is incredible. Her direction makes the moments so much clearer. So yeah, tickets are on sale. I would love it if you came through. Support local theater, support queer playwrights, support women directors, support small theaters, support it all.